Hoje, você vai acompanhar o James perdido no metrô de Nova York. Ele tenta encontrar o caminho enquanto a frase aparece em inglês. Depois, você confere em português. James stepped off the bus and looked around. Wow, New York is amazing. He felt excited to explore the city. He found the subway entrance and walked down the stairs. The station was crowded with people rushing by. James thought, I gotta buy a ticket first. He walked over to the ticket machine. Looking at the screen, he felt confused. The options were all in English. He mumbled, What should I choose? A friendly stranger said, You need a one-way ticket. James smiled and replied, Thanks for the help. He finally selected the ticket option. After paying, the machine beeped. James grabbed his ticket and felt proud. He walked toward the platform, feeling pumped. But then, he saw multiple train lines. He thought, which train should I take? Suddenly, he felt overwhelmed and lost. James was sitting on the wrong train, feeling anxious. He looked around, but everything felt strange. Then, he noticed a man beside him. The man was reading a newspaper quietly. James thought, I gotta ask someone for help. He took a deep breath and turned to the man. Excuse me, do you know how to get to Times Square? The man looked confused and replied, Sorry, I'm not sure. Feeling more lost, James kept looking for answers. He decided to ask a woman sitting across the aisle. Hey, can you help me? He asked with a smile. The woman looked up and said, Sure, what do you need? James felt a bit relieved and explained, I'm lost. She pointed to a map hanging on the wall. You gotta take the express train from here, she said. James nodded, trying to remember her words. Thanks a lot. I appreciate your help, he said. As the train slowed down, he felt a rush of hope. He just needed to figure out his next step. With a new sense of direction, he was ready to try again. James spotted a group of people chatting near the exit. He walked over, feeling a bit nervous. Excuse me, can you help me? One woman smiled and said, Sure, what do you need? I'm trying to get to Fifth Avenue. Is this the right way? The man next to her chuckled. No, you're going downtown. Uptown is that way, he pointed, gesturing excitedly. James nodded, trying to absorb all the information. What's the difference between uptown and downtown? Another person chimed in. Uptown's where the fancy stuff is. Downtown's more for the nightlife, she added with a wink. James felt a bit more relaxed hearing their laughter. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. As he turned to leave, they waved and called out, Good luck. With their directions, James felt ready to explore again. James looked around and noticed a friendly face. He walked over and said, Hey, can you help me out? Sure. Where do you want to go? I'm trying to get to Central Park, James replied. Okay, you gotta take the A train uptown. Uptown? What's that exactly? It just means north, man. James nodded, feeling a bit more confident now. And how many stops do I need to take? Just 3 stops, then you'll get off. Thanks a ton, I really appreciate it. The friendly face smiled, saying, No problem. Just keep an eye on the map, okay? Got it. I'll be careful. As he walked away, James felt a weight lift off his shoulders. This city's starting to feel like home, he thought. He took a deep breath and headed to the platform. The train arrived, and he jumped on. Next stop, Central Park, he said to himself. James couldn't wait to explore more of New York. Salva para revisar quando quiser melhorar seu listening.